Charlie Bartlett climbed the crane while still dressed in his dinner suit and was not found until the next morning, when a construction worker found his body at the former site of the BBC studios in Manchester. Tragedy struck after Charles, who was in his first year of a computer science degree at Manchester University, told another student attending the Owens Park Ball that his supply of the recreational drug had run out. Tests showed that he would have been the equivalent of 3 times the drink-drive limit when he lost his footing on the crane and plummeted to the platform below. His untimely death on the 7th May came just weeks after his parents sat down to have a proper parent chat with Charles regarding his habitual drug use. The teenager, a former pupil at the £21,600 a year King's College School in Wimbledon, had been captain of his house rugby team and hoped to use his cyber expertise to one day work for surveillance agency GCHQ. But an inquest into Charles's death heard that he would regularly smoke cannabis and would also take cocaine, MDMA or Ecastasy ketamine. He is also believed to have used the tranquilliser Xanax, which he is said to have acquired through the dark web. Despite friend Sylvia Copley telling the hearing that Charles was a very safe drug user, he had recently been asked to leave student halls because of his drug use. His eviction from halls was the first time Charles's parents were given any indication that he was a regular drug user. The inquest heard that Charles had been upset in the week before he died after arguing with his mother on the phone. Miss Copley told the hearing he was nervous because he thought she had found a package of drugs delivered to his house. He was nervous to return home to potentially receive a telling-off. However, Miss Copley added that on the night of the tragedy, there was nothing out of the ordinary about Charles's behaviour. When you're with him, he makes everyone around him feel really happy all of the time, she said. On that evening, Charlie was drinking wine and had also taken ketamine, but he told me that he had ran out at about 10:11 p.m. The inquest heard that Charles became separated from his friends after leaving the hotel and walking to the Sound Control nightclub, a route that took him past a crane on a building site. Miss Copley described Charles as passionate about climbing it. "I truly think he was probably just walking back, saw it and thought that it would be really fun to climb," she said. Fellow student Edward Daniell, who was also at the ball, said Charles was not excessively drunk. "He didn't seem any worse than anyone else," he added. Charles's older brother Harry Bartlett said he was like most students who drank on social occasions and overindulged. He paid tribute to his brother as fearless, who embodied endeavor, courage, and passion. "Charlie was very special," he added. "He was always looking out for people who may need a verbal pickup and was very protective of his family. We miss that dearly." Assistant Coroner Zach Golombek recorded a verdict of accidental death, describing the evening as Charlie's last adventure. He added, "Charles was obviously very young and someone who was loved and loved by many people. It is clear he made an impression on almost everyone, if not everyone, that he met. He has certainly made an impression on me."